Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. I really appreciate you taking the time to join me, like for real, to all the new subscribers and all the people who've been watching, not just the uploads on the channel for the full length videos, but the shorts. I see you, and I really appreciate you. You feel me? It's really cool, and I can't wait till more people are joining us. Tonight, I want to talk about leadership, and also I kind of want to open up with a little bit of a funny kind of anecdotal thing. We're shooting remote, and we did since last night, meaning like my room's on the other side of this wall, and I'm happy to be hosting a friend of both my roommate and mine, and his name is Andre. He's been talked about on the channel before. He's actually a part of a title on one of the channel, on one of the videos in the channel, because I had this whole little kick a few weeks ago about wanting to make new friends and how we can make these things a reality and how just sometimes difficult and awkward it is as a middle-aged olding man getting older dude, to like just make like platonic male friends, you feel me? And so a cool thing about networking, right, is that oftentimes you get both positives of both worlds. You get to make friends and you get to like be in a place where you can conduct your business. You feel me? And so shout out to Dre. Met him on set and now he's like legit, like a friend. You feel me? And this is how that works, guys. In life, we got to open ourselves up. And I think that when we do, sometimes good things happen. It's not all bad that comes out of all the decisions we make. And we shouldn't always be scared to make these decisions because I think sometimes it does lead to ultimately really good, long-lasting friendships, and that would have otherwise not taken place if you wouldn't have taken that gamble initially. And so tonight we're talking about leadership. I want to talk about leadership in a few different kind of ways. You feel me? First of all, the triangle offense was piloted or pioneered rather by a head coach by the name of Phil Jackson. If you guys don't know who Phil Jackson is, well then you should probably start knowing, right? Because he's, I believe, the second most winningest NBA title award winner, like a championship winner ever. I do believe only Red Auerbach has more titles than him at 10 compared to his 9. Could be wrong. It's an impromptu speech. Regardless, Phil Jackson is an immortal. He's a legend in the sport world, right? He believed in the triangle offense. And the triangle offense, and as it pertains to leadership and tonight's topic, can be complex, but I want to make it real simple. Life is playing interchangeable roles, just like the triangle offense, which entails that there are literally positionless roles, meaning that every player on the floor is just a player, even if you're Michael Jordan. Because remember, Michael Jordan was a part of the triangle offense, arguably the best offensive player to ever touch a basketball, was part of a system that was positionless. Now, there's some irony in that, just so much over as there is an extreme ability to determine the appropriate time to be a leader and when to just be a part of the team. Again, in life, if you play the triangle offense, you feel me, and you are positionless, and that means that just like in basketball, when it's your turn to touch the ball, you're just as important as the Michael Jordan. Literally, there's no positions here. What's important is how you conduct yourself when your role is positionless. Meaning that when you got the rock or when you got the basketball, what are you going to do with it? You know what I mean? What is your decision going to be? Because the people around you have given you this opportunity to be in a position in which now the positionless player on the court has a dedicated and determined role as the person who has the basketball, such as in life. And so in the triangle offense, we find that the three most pressure points are going to be where things are the craziest, where it's the most busy, where all of our problems lie the most in life. That's where we're going to want to allocate most of our resources, right? Just like in the triangle offense, because that's where things are really popping off. But we don't want to dedicate all of our resources and all of our players to that because we still need two guys or we still need team members on the other side where things aren't going on at all and things are super mundane and super practical and super basic and super stable, right? So that you can essentially make the game as equitable as possible for you when you got the rock. So this isn't just, analogical speaking in terms of transforming rhetoric into victory. It's the actual implementation of a physical strategy that begets success and makes victory happen. You feel me? And I think there's something cool about that. I think that being a leader involves so much more than just leading. It involves, just as Michael Jordan, the triangle offense, also being a positionless player with no dedicated role other than to just fill some space, do what you need to do, and all the while the rest of your team is getting what actually needs to get done. And sometimes that requires us to be leaders in a kind of a way that we aren't so much interested in leading as we are in the actual results of what the formula that we're trying to implement is going to get us. And so my advice to everybody out there in life is to treat it like triangle offense. You feel me? When things are crazy in your life and there needs to be a lot of energy given or placed in a certain point or area in your life, do that. But don't point all of your resources or don't, utilize all of your energy, because to be most effective, a part of you, a part of your team still has to be in a place where they can actually be beneficial. Otherwise, the whole ship sinks. And it don't matter if there's 4 Michael Jordans. You feel me? If no one's being a team player and if nobody wants to accept the fact that we all have to be positionless sometimes in order to get the victory accomplished, the goal, done, then, maybe consider looking for a different team. Free agent season is all the time in life. You feel me? Find some better friends. I don't know, but seriously, in life, I really feel like if we treated it like the triangle offense, we could get a lot more done instead of trying to be like the main leader or the only guy, right? Because there's no fun in that. I mean, I've said this publicly before. LeBron James is a better basketball player than Michael Jordan at one-on-one, right? But the difference between the two is that Michael Jordan is the quintessential champion that is even greater than LeBron James' individual talent, which ironically, in my opinion, surpasses even Michael Jordan. And that is Michael Jordan's incessant, his determination to accept the leadership role while also just as happily accepting a positionless role to get the job done, to win the championship. And I brought up LeBron James because as more of a selfless guy and a better individual basketball player, he don't have as many rings as Jordan, right? Right. And that's kind of a tough one to swallow, because ultimately, if you're a part of a team that has more rings than you, well then I guess clearly the answer is you're probably the better leader, because your team has done better and has become better as a result of some of the things that you were willing to do. And so I really appreciate you guys watching the videos. If you haven't already, take a couple seconds and consider subscribing, you feel me? But if you ever find yourself in a jam in life, seriously, what would Phil Jackson do? Treat that thing like it's an offensive possession and you're trying to get the rock in the basket. And it don't matter who puts the ball in the basketball hoop. As long as it gets there, it doesn't matter. Whoever put it there, great, thank them. But the team benefits a whole lot more. Those points go to the team. You feel me? Not just to that person. So I hope you guys have a good night.